We've reached the end of the road here on the NCAA 08 simulator, and it's brought us to the Rose Bowl for Ohio State's game against Utah. And I gotta let you guys know, not only did I not opt out of doing this video, but I went above and beyond for this one. Because no, I didn't just do play now or exhibition mode and throw these two teams into the Rose Bowl. No, I actually user controlled both of them and started a dynasty to make this happen. This was like a 3 or 4 day process. And not only did I have to user control both these teams, but I had to manipulate results from around the country to make it happen. And how did I do that? Well, by playing 1-minute quarters, of course, like this Texas A&M Texas game, or Wisconsin needing to beat Ohio State here. I probably did this for about 15 games. Hell, I even created Ryan Day and Kyle Whittingham as actual coaches for their teams because I'm that much of a maniac and need to feel that authentic. That's how I spent my holidays. I hope yours were less sad than mine. And speaking of things that are authentic, I feel like this simulator episode does a good job of mirroring Ohio State's 2021 season because it is very underwhelming. And that starts with the third play of the game as TreVeyon Henderson fumbles and backs the defense inside their own 30-yard line. But hey, these guys actually are up to the challenge today, and they make 3 successive tackle for losses / sacks, and Utah actually has to punt here. I choose to believe that virtual Jim Knowles is already allowed to coach. But without Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and Nicholas Petit-Frere, it's tough for the offense to find any sort of rhythm, and for the second time in as many drives, they turn the ball over, this time on an interception, and Utah once again with great field position. But hey, the defense, they hold again. This time Utah kicks a field goal, they get on the board first. Meanwhile, the offense is just struggling. They're going through a cycle here where they can't connect, and we see an angry shot of Ryan Day. Again, another deep shot, can't connect, and once again, we see Ryan Day chewing out an official. This happened like 3 or 4 times, and they kept cutting to it. Also, what a fit from Day. But on a positive note, look at what the defense is doing. They force another Utah punt, and late in the first half, the offense finally hits on a big play. Stroud to Emeka Egbuka to get Ohio State inside the red zone. But this looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? Once they get inside the 5-yard line, inside the 2, matter of fact, they can't score. Not only that, but TreVeyon Henderson fumbles again for their 3rd turnover of the first half. It actually leads to Ohio State's first points of the game, though, because on first down, Utah calls this play-action bootleg to the fullback, and it doesn't work. It's a safety, and if you had Cam Brown on your list to be responsible for Ohio State's first points, go play the lottery or something. I don't know. It gives the offense a little bit of juice, and on their next possession, Stroud hits another long pass to Egbuka, who's already over 100 yards receiving in the first half, and the offense is moving. Jeremy Ruckert breaks a tackle, gets inside the 15-yard line, but the offense is just too out of sync with their top 2 receivers out of the lineup. Stroud throws a second interception. It's the 4th turnover for the offense in the first half, and we go into halftime with Utah leading 3-2. Feel the excitement of the 2022 Rose Bowl. But things pick up right away at the start of the second half because on the second play, Utah tries another play action with disastrous results, goes deep, Ronnie Hickman showing off the nice ball skills. And then the best way to score points for Ohio State, I guess, is to just stay out of the red zone, and that's what they do right here. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 59-yard touchdown, hoping to see a little bit of that on Saturday. They go for 2 and don't get it, so it's 8-3, but the third quarter is really where the offense catches their best rhythm of the day. The next time they have the ball, Stroud hits Julian Fleming deep there to get into the red zone again, and this time, no problems. They score a touchdown, 5 yards, Stroud to Jeremy Ruckert, makes the score 15-3, and with Ohio State's defense playing the way they are, it seems pretty unlikely that Utah's going to be able to come back. Now, if you've been keeping up with the sim vids all year, you might be thinking to yourself, this one's actually pretty tame. It's 15-3. He's on 7-minute quarters. Where's all the wild shit? Well, for the next 30 seconds, I got you because we're playing the hits. First of all, we got a Jackson Smith-Njigba 87-yard punt return for a touchdown, and then the biggest hit of them all. Where has it been, you're asking yourself? Where is the simulator video pick 6? The staple of all these videos, except, funnily enough, the Michigan one. There it is. Stroud throws his 3rd pick. This one, an 80-yard pick 6. Utah keeps themselves in the game. It's 22-10 at really the beginning of the 4th quarter. So now the offense just has to not turn the ball over, and they do a good job because Jackson Smith-Njigba making plays along the sideline. Julian Fleming, again, he's emerging as a threat. I think Ohio State's going to be fine at receiver, guys. But once again, those red zone problems. just rearing their ugly ass heads. Stroud throws his 4th interception of the game and keeps Utah in it. But luckily for the Ohio State offense, Utah's is even worse. They just can't find a way to do anything. And for some reason, with just over 3 minutes left and down 12, they decide to punt. And the only reason I show this, Jackson Smith-Njigba, 292 all-purpose yards, 2 total touchdowns. He wins Rose Bowl MVP. And if there were a second place vote, it might have to go to Emeka Egbuka, who has over 150 yards receiving. But it doesn't go to the rest of the Ohio State offense, who again has to settle for a field goal. It's 25-10 with just over a minute left. And here you see Utah's last-ditch effort. It's a scramble on 4th and 18, goes nowhere, and the Utah fans going home. Big sad. Kudos to Ohio State's defense. I didn't really show them much because there wasn't much to show, but they played well. And just in a very fitting way to cap the game off, Ohio State lets us down in the red zone one more time. Day settles for a field goal with like 10 seconds left. And the Buckeyes win the Rose Bowl 28-10. How would you feel about that? Not satisfying, was it? What is satisfying, though, is all the love and support you guys have shown these videos all season long. So thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for interacting. It's been a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but I really enjoyed it. I'm not going anywhere. Highlights, throwback highlights, everything else coming to the channel this offseason. Subscribe here. Subscribe to twostripecpd.com for all my other college football stuff. And just remember, the simulator never lies.